The school dance at Ironvale High was supposed to be the night where memories were made, not shattered. For most students, it was the highlight of the year, music echoing off gym walls, neon lights swirling in sync with the beat, laughter weaving through the crowd like an invisible thread. But for Ava Sterling, it was meant to be her fresh start. The new girl with a quiet demeanor and haunting eyes, Ava had moved from city to city, trying to escape a past she never spoke of. No one really knew her, and that mystery made her a target. She walked into the gym in a stunning midnight blue dress her mother had helped sew by hand. Sleek satin, open shoulders, a subtle spin of silver thread that shimmered like starlight when she moved. But as soon as she entered, whispers turned to sneers. Amber, the self-proclaimed queen bee of Ironvale High, along with her loyal followers Kyle and Macy, locked eyes with her from across the room. Their smirks held venom, and their eyes burned with superiority. They didn't need a reason. They never did. Ava, standing tall with calm in her step, didn't waver, even as eyes trailed her every move. She walked past groups of teens too scared to speak out against the ruling clique, ignoring their sidelong glances. She knew what judgment looked like. She had faced far worse in cities where fists replaced words. But even so, nothing prepared her for what was coming. As she danced alone under the swirling disco lights, her hips swaying gently to the rhythm, she was unaware that Amber had made her move. Like a snake slithering behind prey, Amber appeared behind her with a snarl masked in a sweet smile. "Who invited the trash?" Amber hissed just loud enough for the crowd to hear. Laughter erupted from her group. Ava paused, turned slowly, and stared Amber down with a gaze that seemed too calm. That was the first time the students noticed something strange in her. Something unshaken, almost calculated. "Back off," Ava said softly. But Amber scoffed, then reached out and yanked the back of Ava's dress. With one cruel rip, the beautiful satin tore at the seams, and a hush fell over the crowd. The music stopped. The DJ stood frozen. Ava clutched her chest as the back of her dress ripped halfway open. Gasps erupted. Phone cameras flashed. "Now go cry, freak," Amber sneered. But what happened next would become the most viral moment in Ironvale's history. Ava let go of her torn dress, stood tall in the flashing lights, and took a deep breath. The gym seemed to hold its breath. Then, in a blur of speed, Ava spun. Not just a dancer's spin. This was precise, deadly, and fast. Like a storm wind laced with steel. Her foot lifted in a perfect arc, landing squarely against Amber's jaw before she even realized what hit her. Amber's body spun midair and landed flat on a table with a crash. Screams echoed. Kyle lunged forward, yelling something unintelligible, but Ava was faster. She ducked, twisted, and used the momentum to kick him in the ribs so hard he flew backward into the DJ stand, crashing into the speakers. Sparks flew. The music system died. Macy tried to scream, but Ava was in front of her before she could escape. A blinding whirl of Ava's motion sent Macy tumbling to the ground, clutching her arm. The crowd, shocked and breathless, parted like the Red Sea. Some students dropped their phones. Others stared in awe. Ava stood in the center of it all, breathing heavily, her dress torn but her pride untouched. The gym door burst open as teachers rushed in, but the bullies lay scattered, groaning, crying, or unconscious. Paramedics would be called. The principal would demand answers. But the students had already started whispering a different narrative. Ava wasn't just a girl. She was a storm, a secret weapon, a hidden warrior. And Ironvale would never be the same again. Rumors would spread like wildfire. She used to train with elite martial artists. She fought off gang members in her old town. She's a human tornado. But Ava stayed quiet. She left the dance with her chin high, never glancing back. As sirens echoed in the distance, her figure disappeared into the night, but her legend had only just begun. From that day forward, no one at Ironvale High dared to mock her. In fact, students who once laughed now looked at her with a blend of fear and respect. And those who had always stayed silent in the shadows found their voice. Ava had not only defended herself, she had awakened a revolution. As students replayed the footage on their phones over and over again, each clip racking up millions of views in hours, the message was clear: never underestimate the quiet ones. And never pull on the thread of someone's silence, you might unravel a hurricane. She came to dance, but ended up spinning justice into motion. Fire! If you loved this jaw-dropping transformation from shame to strength, hit that subscribe button now. Right finger, more epic stories like this are coming. Be part of the movement. Your voice matters, and your courage inspires.